Soul braiding is like, let's say you're here, and you know how incarnation works. It's kind of funny. You say, well, I remember being a person, that died, 2,000 years ago. If you look at birth and death, birth is the point where your consciousness enters a pattern, right? It expands through the pattern until it reaches the end of the pattern's expansion potential. Then the consciousness leaves it. But the pattern is still a template, a living template of light and sound, while any of you are in the time matrix. Now, you could actually go back and reincarnate backwards if you wanted to. You could project your consciousness into fetal integration at the starting point. Now, this might be another self of you, another part of you might already have done this. So it's interesting. Our pasts are very interesting creatures, and so are our futures. We're actually, the indigo children, are actually not of this time cycle, naturally. We had to do certain alterations with our DNA templates and shut certain things off. We came from both the Gaian and the Terran time cycles, mostly the Terran time cycles, came in and birthed in a different way, like came through into the Earth cycles in a different way than does even an average human 12-strand person. It was a rescue mission because it was getting bad down here. And anyway, the incarnation process is fascinating because literally these patterns of identity, these are identity patterns. You literally choose before you come in as an avatar what types of experiences you want to have. You choose your parents. And for some of us, that's like, I did? What was I thinking? Was I having a bad day or what? Right. We choose our parents, and often we choose them in order to teach ourselves or wake ourselves up most quickly. One of the biggest reasons a lot of indigos especially have had tough childhoods in one way or another, either with their parents, their family, or their peers, just not fitting in or being picked on and all that kind of stuff. Indigos had a wake-up commission. It was extremely important for indigos because they'd have to come in and go to sleep like everybody else. They needed to wake up faster. If they had the luxury of getting their support, their nourishment, their safety from outside sources, it would have been a deterrent to them being able to find the power within themselves to remember who they were. So very often, indigos choose, and a lot of humans do too, choose very, very challenging life experiences. They learn a lot through it. They learn how to handle the energy of anger, hurt, rage, pain. They learn how to, they learn, first of all, where things like hatred could come from, which is love turned inside out. How you could actually be so hurt by something that you could actually find the emotion of hate moving through you, and how to transmute it. So there's huge things that are learned through the negative experiences we often have when we're young. But indigos tend to choose them, and a lot of humans that are in service, that have come this time around to be in service, choose really rough early lifetimes, because we develop one thing mostly from all of that: strength. It either makes you or breaks you. You either find your ability to, if you can't turn out there, everybody's picking on you out there, there's no support out there, where do you turn? You turn inside. And you either go into self-destruct or you reach. Indigos will reach. And most of them, some of them will get caught up in the, drugs and alcohol addiction and stuff, trying to escape from it. But most of them are strong enough to feel that little pulse of the soul that begins to help them expand and be self-reliant. So a lot of times we will choose very, very challenging things. It can help to know that if you've had bad experiences in your past with family or siblings or anything, teachers, the people that you might consider the worst, like most negative people to you. And when you carry a feeling of toward a person, that means there's still a resistance. That means there's a pattern in you that long after they're gone, and might not even remember you if they were a teacher or something, you still carry a disharmonic scalar wave pattern in your field from it. So it's still harming you. To be able to love genuinely, it helps to be able to see that they actually agreed to help you. They played a role for you to learn something and to give something to yourself. So instead of hating them for what they were, and it's not just they gave it to you, you gave a lot to them too. It's very mutual. The lessons are mutual. But if we can learn to look back, particularly at the people that we feel most stuck with, the ones who, if we had mothers who abandoned us or fathers who abused us or whatever, if we can look back on that and realize two beings who do have an avatar level, even if neither of them were in touch with it, when they were in their avatar levels, made an agreement to work out some ideas. You had ideas you wanted to accomplish, and you wanted